they're here.
Hello.
How are you all? Oh my goodness gracious. How are you?
Good.
Oh my.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
gonna have some tears.
Me too.
Oh, you all come on. Do you remember? Do you remember me at all?
Yeah.
I said I don't look like I did when I was 36.
I don't look like I did when I was about this big.
Right. You all please come in.
Thank you. So this is the letter that I wrote to Kentucky Department of Education trying to find you, to Dr. Glass. And I wrote, Dr. Glass, I am contacting you about a teacher I am trying to find. By way of background, my family moved to the U.S. when I was about 5 years old. When I started elementary school, I couldn't speak a word of English. I recall that my first grade teacher at Wilder Elementary School in Louisville, Kentucky, came to school early regularly on her own time to help me get caught up on learning to speak, read, and write English. As I recall, we spent about an hour, many, maybe even most mornings with her helping me. Today, I've gone on to graduate from Transylvania University and Harvard Law School. I am a co-head of the International Practice Disputes Practice and member of the executive committee of a national law firm based in Washington, D.C. called Williams & Connolly. I spend substantial pro bono work helping refugees gain asylum in the U.S. I mention this only to underscore the point that I often wonder whether this career would have been possible if I had not had someone spend her extra time to help me learn English and ensure that I did not fall behind or through the cracks. I would very much love to say thank you, and that my life very likely wouldn't have been possible without you. I have been trying to locate this individual or her family for quite a while, but to no success. This is what I do know. I was in first grade in 1980 to 81, and the teacher was a female. I would appreciate any help you could give in helping me locate this teacher. Thank you for what you do for the Commonwealth, its teachers, and its students. Anna. So thank you.
Thank you. Oh my goodness.
2 weeks ago, we were with some friends, and they have a daughter in first grade, Emma, and we were playing a game, and she was reading the cards from the game.
Uh-huh.
And I knew that you would help, but until that moment, I hadn't realized just how far behind I was, because I didn't know, because I just didn't know that at first grade you should be able to read complete sentences, and I mean, she was just reading along, and that's when I told my friend, that I had to redouble my efforts to find you. So that's when on Facebook we put that. I mean, I know that you say it's what you had to do, but you did it on your own time, and I don't know. I'm like shaking a little. I don't know where I would be, So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for changing my life. Thank you for teaching me how to talk. That's all I do is talk. I get paid to talk. So thank you for teaching me English.
The one thing I do remember, I did go to my coworkers, and I explained, that you were coming to my classroom, and I said, how do I go about, what do I do to help Anna, begin to learn English and do all the things? And one of the things they said, well, just begin with pictures and say, I'm just making an example. This is an apple. This is a tree. This is, and we just kept going over that. And then, talking about all the things in the room and all that kind of stuff. And then we got to the point that, and I don't know if you remember this or not, we had a book series from Macmillan. I remember that was the name of the company that did the books. And Jeff and Mary were the two main characters in our reading series.
Jeff and Mary.
Yep. And so I started with that, and working through the beginning part of reading and doing all that with you. And as I introduced you to the word, and as we went through that, I can remember, and just like that, you had it. Now, right here, I don't think you've changed as much there as now,
Right.
but
And then these are the Harvard.
that was at the graduation.
That's at the graduation.
Well, now I have something to show you. They're not, I want to give you something first. I had been looking for something to
thank
give
you.
you when you got here.
Oh, that was not necessary.
And
but
I
thank
went
you.
to Barnes and Noble, so I'll let you open it before I tell any more stories here. Teachers tell stories, you know.
40 years have passed since we first met. Our morning tutoring sessions were unique, yet full of success for a young student in my first grade class. I bought this book because it made me think of you. Your life is I'm tearing up. Your life is a shining example of the relationship between a teacher and student, the story you tell of how your educational experiences guided you to success, and sharing it with others is inspiring. I am humbled and grateful having this opportunity to meet up with you again. Oh, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Now
I'm going to frame this.
Yeah, now I want you to read this part.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, today more than 130 million girls are denied an education. This story begins with one of these girls. It also begins with one book. The girl reads and the world opens up to her. She discovers other places, other lives, and other possibilities. Thrust into a rich, vibrant world of language and ideas, the girl's imagination takes flight. Brimming with inspiration, the girl must share her story with others and bring other girls from darkness into light. With poetic text by best-selling author Andrea Betty and breathtaking illustrations by Dao Fumaruk, one girl celebrates the dramatic impact of education on a child's life and the power that even the youngest of us have to break this cycle, empower ourselves, and inspire others.
Isn't that something?
Yeah. Well, it's amazing to see you. I can't. Thank you.
I am so
can't
proud
tell you.
of you.
Well,
I am just.
I can't. I've told so many people, and I've given speeches where I've talked about you, and I wouldn't be here without you. And so I
Oh,
just
listen
thank
at
you.
that. I did what I was supposed to do.
Well, you went above and beyond, but
Take
thank
care
you.
of my children and take care of you at the time.
Yeah.
And that was my job. Not that I wouldn't have done it anyway, but that's what I was supposed to do.
Well, thank you. I just
So.
thank you. I can't thank you.